Hello everyone, the Nerd Medic over here, and in this video we are going to learn about the metabolism of bilirubin. So let's get going. So we know that in human body we have several proteins which have heme in them. For example, hemoglobin, and we have cytochromes. Now when these proteins undergo degradation, the heme that they released, this heme is taken up by the cells of the reticuloendothelial system. In most of the situations, this heme somehow gets oxidized in most of the situations and forms something known as hemine. So what happens in the hemine basically? Now in heme, the iron molecule which is present, that is present in the Fe2 plus condition, that is ferrous condition, whereas in hemine the iron gets oxidized and it forms Fe3 plus configuration. So this hemine is acted upon by the enzyme hemoxygenase, and it converts heme into something known as biliverdin. Biliverdin. Now this biliverdin goes along with this biliverdin. What else is removed? Removed is your carbon monoxide and the Fe3 plus iron. Right? Now this biliverdin is again acted upon by another enzyme which is known as the biliverdin reductase, and it finally forms something known as the bilirubin. Bilirubin. Right. Now this bilirubin is very water insoluble. So this bilirubin is released into the blood, and in the blood the bilirubin gets bound to the albumin and is transported in the systemic circulation. In the systemic circulation, this bilirubin bound to albumin goes to a place known as liver and enters the hepatocytes. Now the albumin-bound bilirubin comes to the liver through the sinusoids, and from the sinusoids, this bilirubin is detached from the albumin and moves to the extracellular matrix. In the extracellular matrix, the bilirubin molecule can either go directly inside the hepatocytes, or by means of a bilirubin transporter, a facilitated transporting mechanism, it can get inside the hepatocytes. It can get directly diffused into, or via a transporter mechanism, it can get into the hepatocytes. Now within the hepatocytes, it will get acted upon by one enzyme which is known as UDP glucuronide transferase, which converts bilirubin into either bilirubin monoglucuronide or into something known as bilirubin diglucuronide. Bilirubin diglucuronide. For the next part of the discussion, we will be referring bilirubin monoglucuronide as BMG and bilirubin diglucuronide as BDG. Right. Now this BMG and BDG can have two fates. Now what are those two fates? Now either this bilirubin BDG and BMG can go to the a protein known as MRP2, that is multi-drug resistance associated protein 2, multi-drug resistance associated protein 2 present on the wall of the bile canalicular system in the liver, and can get secreted into the bile, and from that they can go into the bile to the gallbladder and into the gut. Or what can happen to them? The BDG and the BMG can go to another protein known as the MRP3, that is multi-drug resistance associated protein 3, and can get secreted into the extracellular matrix and can get inside the sinusoid, or can get again reuptaken by the hepatocyte. Right. Now over here, if the BDG and BMG, that is bilirubin diglucuronide and monoglucuronide, go to the biliary canalicular system, they get excreted by the gut. But if they enter the sinusoid, they can enter into the systemic circulation. So this is the mechanism of uh, entry of conjugated bilirubin into the systemic circulation. Now, let us see what happens to the BDG and BMG when they are excreted through the biliary canalicular system. Now, when this BDG and BMG, these are excreted through the biliary canalicular system, what happened to them? Now, these two together are known as conjugated bilirubins. Now, they enter the gut, they pass through the gut, and while passing through the gut, what happens? There are certain microbes which come and act on them. Now, what does the microbes do? The microbes convert this bilirubin diglucuronide and monoglucuronide into something known as urobilinogen. Urobilinogen. Now, this urobilinogen, some of this urobilinogen is absorbed into the systemic circulation, and from that it passes into the kidney, and some of it remains within the gut, and the amount which is left in the gut is known as stercobilinogen, and is excreted through the anus as with fecal matter, right? And the urobilinogen which goes to the kidney is excreted through the kidney as urobilinogen in urine. So this is the fate of bilirubin, which gets conjugated in the liver and gets excreted by either fecal matter or along with urine. So I hope you have understood this well. If you have understood this well, please hit the like button, share this video among your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel by any chance, please hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon and set the notification to all so that you never ever miss a video from my channel. Until then, bye bye. See you in the next one.